Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to today's video. Today we're going to be reacting to Mr. Nightmare 3 Crazy True Best Friend Horror Stories. Now before we jump into the video, yes, I did get my hair cut, I know. Y'all love it, I get it, you know what, but we're just going to blow by that, it's not important right now. But yeah, it's been a little bit since I've uploaded a new video. It actually hasn't been a little bit. I was on a good streak of uploading damn near every day. I did a reaction to Dude Perfect Game Night Stereotypes. You guys love the stereotype videos. And then like about an hour after I released it, it got fucking blocked by whoever, Whistle Sports or something like that. They blocked it so nobody could see it on my channel. Just this the fuck appeared. So I just deleted it from my channel. I just haven't really uploaded a new video since. And the funny part was, in that video I was talking about how much I was priding myself on being able to get on a consistent upload streak. And now 5 days without an upload just because of that one fucking video. That's how much YouTube will fuck you over. I'm just joking. But anyways, I seen this video, you know, back to old reliable Mr. Nightmare reactions. Gotta love them. I don't understand the concept for this story. Like I said, the way he's been getting with his concepts lately has been fucking wacky. Weird concepts for stories that you're like, how can someone have like an actual like that's just not like a one-time story. Like they actually have multiple stories that kind of fall around this sort of genre or this sort of storyline. But this is crazy best friend horror stories. Now I don't know if this is like your best friend fucking loses their mind and then like later on tries to stalk you or some shit like that. I'm not sure. I'm not really a best friends guy, you know what I mean? Don't have a lot of close friends. I don't have that one specific best friend, I guess you could say. I have a lot of very close friends, but I don't really have that one best friend, you know? The type of best friends where you hang out all the time. It's the person that's your go-to. You two do everything together. And a lot of people deep down think that you two are gay. But anyways, yeah. Best friend horror story. And also, I don't know how people can have horror stories with their best friend. You know what I mean? Like if you that's your best friend, you can say that's your best friend. It means you guys grew up together. You guys have known each other for so fucking long. How do you not know that they're crazy? You know what I mean? How do you not know that they're gonna do something like this? I feel like the signs should be clear. You know what I mean? But anyways, Mr. Nightmare, 3 true, disturbing, crazy best friend horror stories. Let's jump on into it. Best friend horror stories. His intro songs are just got creepier too, dude.
This is a very delicate personal story of mine, so I'm gonna change names and small details around so nobody may recognize it to be me. I've been good friends with a girl named Jess for almost 6 years, since high school basically. We even went to college together and dormed together. When we were in
see, that's what I mean. You guys have known each other for this long. How does this turn out to be a bad thing? How do you not know that this person is going to become crazy later in life? Or how does something like this happen? You should see it coming. That's like a motherfucker knocking on your door and being like, "Hey man, by the way, in 5 minutes we're going to come in, rob your house, and probably shoot you in the face to make sure there's no witnesses." And you being like, "Cool." And they're just staying in the motherfucking house. Like that's what this situation would be like.
Junior year of college. We moved out of the dorms and into an off-campus apartment. It was a 3-bedroom apartment, and our third roommate was our friend Stacy. We were less close with Stacy, but we had no problems with her. In fact, the 3 of us would go out together on the weekends. I just had more of that best friend tell everything vibe with Jess, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
It was the spring semester. Spring break was
your
approaching,
weaknesses, your fears.
and we were planning the days we'd be going home. Stacy and I were planning on leaving the same day. Jess was going to be staying an extra day because she said she needed to work one final shift at her job. So the day came that Stacy and I left. I said bye to Jess, even though I would probably be seeing her the next day at home.
That kind of looks like a
like
a
you ever forget
college girl campus
it hits you like a brick?
Sort of thing.
That was what happened to me while on the freeway. I pulled to the side of the road in a hurry and checked my bags for my laptop. I checked my backpack too. I realized I had forgotten it. I had driven half an hour already, and now I had to go back just to get my laptop. As much as I didn't want to, I had to. I couldn't go almost 2 weeks without my computer. So my half-hour drive back to the apartment
honestly. You can do pretty much everything on a computer on your phone, same difference.
And called for Jess, ready to tell her what an idiot I was. She didn't call back, so she didn't appear to be in the apartment. Her door was wide open though. She usually kept it shut, especially when she wasn't home. I checked my room for my laptop up and down, but I couldn't find it. Curiously, I walked to Jess's doorway and looked into her room, and there it was. My laptop was open on her bed, next to her laptop. Why didn't she call or text me? I went to pick it up and saw my laptop was signed in. She somehow got into my account. That meant she knew my password. I switched to looking at her laptop.
Jess, bro,
It
you
got
jealous
worse
bitch?
from
What?
there. There was a folder open containing a bunch of pictures. Pictures of me. Some of the most disturbing pictures I found were pictures of me passed out on the couch after drunk nights out, and pictures of me in a towel, either in my room or in the bathroom. My heart
This
was
bitch
racing.
gay.
I shut my laptop and started searching her room, her closet specifically, and I found a number of my belongings, mostly articles of clothing. Some I won't mention because it's disturbing and embarrassing. I grabbed all my stuff I could find and stormed out. I locked
A lot
my
of my
bedroom door
dildo
and left the
molds.
apartment. I didn't call Jess. I called my parents as soon as I got back in my car. They didn't have
Hey, yo, yeah, you remember that girl Jess that I've been friends with for fucking 6 years? Yeah, it turns out she's crazy. Who knew? You know what I mean?
any words. They couldn't even give me advice because this was so messed up. By the time I got home, I saw Jess blocked me on everything. Instagram, Snap. I assume she blocked my number too, but I never tried contacting her again. By the time I got back to the apartment a week and a half later, all of her stuff was out of the apartment. I didn't see her again for almost a whole year, until she was out with our mutual friends and we ran into each other. She wouldn't even look at me. She couldn't even gather the courage to confront me about it. The person
the
that I
bitch down.
thought was my best friend for 6 years was a sick, twisted stalker storing lewd pictures of me and stealing my belongings. This brought to light an incident that happened our first month in the apartment.
That's just
I was
weird.
drunk after a night of drinking.
How do you not
and I
notice
woke
that?
up shortly after falling asleep to a sound in my closet. I remembered sitting up, rubbing my eyes and looking around the room, thinking I saw and heard someone in the closet. I was so scared that I ran to Stacy's room screaming because her room was closer. By the time she went to check the room with me, the closet was empty, and Jess allegedly never woke up to come check the commotion. It made sense to me now that she was in my closet that night. I get sick to my stomach thinking about all the things that she may have done that I will never know about.
How is she just chilling out in public too? You guys run into each other, she's acts like nothing happened, just kind of hiding her face. Like, I'd be staring that bitch down like, what's up? What's up now,
My old
bitch?
best friend Jason had a
Fucking
number of
stop
disorders.
this, pow!
I guess if you'd call them that. He had insomnia, he frequently had night terrors, and he battles depression. I'm sure he's got other personal issues that he doesn't really share. All I know is he takes a lot of medication.
Well, yeah, I bet
He and his
depression
roommate
probably
were having
kick in,
serious
especially if you're
issues,
having
worse than
fucking
usual.
insomnia and other shit
Jason
like
called
that.
me all distressed,
Night
saying they just got
terrors.
into a screaming match with one another, and it almost got physical, and that he needed a place to crash for a couple nights. I told him not a problem. He could sleep on the couch in my apartment for a few nights. When he arrived, I tried pressing him for more details on the fight, like why it happened, but he didn't tell me anything. I respected that though. If he didn't want to share personal details like that, I wasn't going to press him further.
You can ask
for
the
it.
other guy if you can
He dropped his
find him.
backpack full of clothes in the corner
Can
of
you
the
imagine?
living room.
Something
And he kind of
just
just
off-putting
watched
like that
TV and played
just
Call of
happens.
Duty on my Xbox for most of the day and night.
Ugh,
Tongue-
I can't listen to the story. I got a fucking PlayStation, fucking Xbox. No wonder this guy's deranged. He plays Xbox? What the fuck?
I was with him for a bit, but I had my own things to take care of. When I got home, Jason was passed out on the couch under a blanket. I passed him quietly and got ready for bed. I woke up randomly, feeling extremely thirsty, and the water bottle I kept next to my bed was empty. So I quietly went through the living room towards the kitchen. As I passed by the couch, I couldn't help but notice Jason wasn't on it. His bag was still in the corner of the room though, so it's not like he left. Maybe he ran to the bathroom. Either way, I didn't look around for him. I went back to my room and kept the door open a crack. It was a long time that I didn't hear Jason leaving the bathroom though, or simply laying back down on the couch for that matter. So I was going to get back up and look around for him just because I was concerned. But as I got up,
Especially if he has
I started
insomnia
hearing
and night
these
terrors,
ticking or
bro.
clicking sounds, kind of like a rodent. I looked around the dark room, and only then did I notice Jason standing in the corner of my room, arms flat at his sides. I let out a scream and jumped, startled as putting how I felt mildly. Yes,
Yeah, I
even
would-
in this dark room, I was able to realize it was Jason.
Well,
threw
yeah,
my
I'd hope it's
pillow
not
at him.
anyone
What the
else.
actual hell are you doing? He flinched, and he stopped making the ticking noises, then walked out of my room in this stiff, creepy manner. I heard him basically collapse onto the couch. I stepped out into the living room to try to talk to him. He didn't answer.
He's probably
I
asleep.
realized he must have been sleepwalking. The next morning I asked him about it, and he said he didn't remember any of it. I asked him if he tends to sleepwalk. He said no, or at least not that he was aware of. But other than that, the day was pretty normal.
That's a funny question. Do you sleepwalk? How the fuck would I know? If I do, I'm fucking sleeping. I can't tell you that shit.
We chatted and hung out in the living room for a while. Then I had to go out and run some errands. He'd be staying one more night at my place. I once again woke up randomly in the middle of the night. This time I wasn't thirsty, so I don't know what woke me up.
I was
For
horny.
curiosity's sake, I got up to check if Jason was on the couch. He wasn't.
Uh-oh.
Not again. I called Jason's name pretty loud. He wasn't in the bathroom or the kitchen, nor did
It's
he
like
seem to be in my
Conjuring
room.
music in the back. I
Climbed back
hate
into
that.
bed and tried
Creeps
texting
the
his
fuck
phone,
out of me.
but nothing delivered, so it seemed to be off. I called his name one more time, really loud, and then I heard this disturbing, muffled speaking sound. I looked at the closet where it was coming from, and I saw through the 6-inch opening Jason's face in the dark, peeking through the door, his hands over his mouth. I yelled at him full volume to get him out of my closet. He didn't listen. He had to be sleepwalking again. I went to the closet to open it fully. I grabbed his arm and pulled it to get him out of the closet. But as I did that, I saw the big carving knife in his hand. I looked at his half-lifeless looking face and ran to the bathroom and locked myself in. I considered calling the police, but I
Fucking
didn't.
hope so.
I waited until I heard him go
Call
back to the
police
couch,
on my best friend.
and I ran to my room and locked the
Hey!
door. I
Deal with
didn't
my
understand
sleepwalking
how
friend.
sleepwalking could escalate to a level that he'd be picking up weapons. It didn't seem right.
You'd be fucking
Laying in
surprised.
my bed at 3 in the morning, I DM'd his roommate telling him what just happened and asking him what happened between the two of them. He didn't reply until the next morning. I woke up to 3 long DMs from his roommate. Basically, in short, he told me Jason is a sicko freak who needs help, and he said Jason came into his room with a knife the last night he was there and was standing at the foot of his bed before he tackled him to the floor. He said Jason claimed it was sleepwalking, but his roommate didn't believe it. This made the whole thing even scarier because Jason told me that he doesn't sleepwalk, or not that he's aware of. I asked Jason to leave that day because of what was going on.
Bruh,
He did so. I think he went
trying
back
to
to his
fuck with some
mom's
people.
house. Jason and I still follow each other on social media, but I kind of faded things out from him after that. I still don't know what to make of him or the fact that he brought a knife into more than one person's room in the middle of the night.
Damn it, Jason, that's 2 this month. That's what his mom's saying and shit. Damn it, Jason, Alright, I don't know what to do anymore.
This is a deeply personal and disturbing story. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we
why
get
I'm
it.
choosing
Your
to
friend's
share it with
fucking
you.
crazy.
Here goes. I don't
And
have
you
too
didn't
many
see it
friends.
coming.
Up until a few days ago, I looked at this guy Milo as my best friend for a while. I met him in one of my college classes. We got along mostly because we always cheated on tests together and helped each other to find the answers for our homework assignments. Eventually, we started hanging out outside of class, and I would sooner or later start telling him a lot of personal stuff that I didn't tell many other people. Just because I felt most comfortable with him,
Yeah, that
didn't mean I
quick,
saw
dude,
him
I'm-
as a super high-quality, genuine guy. He was just someone I thought was somewhat there for me. There was this one night I didn't have
You're
plans,
just desperate
so I hit
then.
him up, and he suggested we hit one of the bars in town. I drove the 2 of us there since I wasn't planning on getting too drunk. This night, though, he for whatever reason decided to get blackout wasted, ordering shot after shot, mixed drink after mixed drink.
Hell yes.
I had a
Bet.
couple
Go
drinks to
bear,
cut
go
myself
home.
off so I could drive. Milo was so drunk that he was approaching random girls and saying some pretty foolish things that were causing me to cringe. At one point, I had to apologize to these 2 girls for
Hey,
it,
you
hoping
are
it's light
touched
of
my
it.
nut.
But really, the night just wasn't going the way I wanted it to, which was to have a chill, laid-back night out with my friend. He made it stressful, so I pulled him out of the bar and sat him in my car to drive us back to his apartment. I'd never actually been inside of his apartment before. This was the first time.
You've never
I
been in
walked
his apartment, but
inside
you're
and laid
telling
down
him
on
deep
his
personal
couch,
shit.
where he instantly seemed to just crash and pass
That's
out.
just kind of
He
weird.
dropped his phone out of his
Honestly,
hand
to
and
me.
onto the floor, but didn't flinch. So,
Maybe you're
yeah,
the
he
weird
was
friend.
out. His phone was on and unlocked, though. Honestly, I always wondered what the hell Milo even did for work, considering he always seemed to be down to spend money, but never talked about work. In a perfect world, I shouldn't have done this, but I picked up his phone and started going through his camera roll. I don't know what I was expecting to find, honestly. I was really just being a sneaky snoop, but I was doing it because I often thought Milo was a little sketchy and was hiding some things. His camera roll was full of junk,
Probably.
like screenshots of websites, texts.
Alright, so you're telling me you're going through this fool's phone. Alright, you're going through his phone. You don't even know him that much. First time in his apartment. and you already told him a bunch of personal shit, everything like that, and he's the weird one. You know what? It's kind of goes both ways right now.
So I went to the album section and found this suspicious album titled Girls. I opened it expecting to find nudes or porn pictures or whatever. But
I wanted to see his
much
porn
worse.
pictures.
What I found in there were pictures of young women tied up to a bed. And a lot of the pictures, the women were visibly distressed and crying. I won't get into any graphic detail, but the pictures were disturbing. I thought maybe they were from the internet at first, but I took note of the blue bed cover. I went to Milo's room and flicked on the light. When I saw the blue bed cover, I shook my head in disgust, and I guess because I actually
I thought
had
they
no
were from
idea
the
how to
internet,
feel.
but then there was some selfies of
I
him
sent a
going.
couple of the pictures to myself, then deleted the texts off his phone. I put the phone back on the floor next to him and left. The next day he texted me, I know you went in my room. We need to talk now. He followed that up with, if you saw any pictures, they were just role-playing pictures. I ignored him. I didn't know how he knew I saw the pictures though, and I don't know how he knew I was in his room.
But he was fucking. He's
That next night,
prepared.
he
When
came
you're
to my
doing something
door and
illegal
rang
like
the bell
that,
like 30 times.
you're on that
Ignored it.
shit.
And hours later, when I was trying to sleep, rocks were thrown at my window, and I heard Milo outside calling up to me. Moments later, I heard him trying to open one of my windows.
Dude,
I
he's
picked
just
up my
trying to
phone
cover
and
his
called
ass.
him and yelled at him to simply leave me alone or I would be calling the cops. Then
Bro,
I
he's
hung
just
up.
trying to cover his own ass,
He
let's be
didn't
honest.
text me or call me again. I still have those 2 pictures on my phone, and I'm really wondering what I should do and how I should proceed with it.
He
He
just
really knows
saved.
I
I
saw
just
those
saved them in
pictures.
my spank
I don't know if
bank.
he's going to target me if he gets the chance, or if he's going to move out or what, but at this very moment, I'm a little scared for my well-being.
He just doesn't want to get arrested, let's be honest here, bro. I mean, maybe what he's saying is the truth. He just doesn't want to get it twisted another way. So that's why he's always saying, like, hey, yo, it's not what it looks like. He probably just doesn't want to get in trouble. Doesn't want to twist a different way. But anyways, weird concept. Weird video. Still a good one. Mr. Nightmare don't miss, let me tell you that. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, subscribe. Links in the description. My Instagram, second channel. Subscribe to them shits, alright? But yeah, that's it. I'll try and upload again tomorrow. Hopefully, I don't want to get overconfident. I want to get back on this streak of uploading consistently. But yeah, that'll do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, subscribe, and peace.